Welcome to Soulivin. Soft dawn light slips through a cracked shoji screen, touching moss that clings to a single weathered stone. Here, in the quiet heart of a small home, a garden breathes. Not the loud perfection of manicured lawns, but the gentle exhale of Wabi-Sabi, where every chipped pot, every leaning branch, tells a story of time's tender hand. In this video on Soulivin, we wander through 11 reflective spaces that invite imperfection to become art. Each corner is a whisper of Zen, a pocket of stillness carved from daily life. We will linger over textures that feel like memory, light that pools like old tea, and arrangements that ask nothing of us but presence. These are not grand landscapes. They're intimate dialogues between stone, leaf, and soul. Let the hush begin. Morning arrives without announcement. A lone granite boulder, pocked by centuries, rests on a low cedar plinth beside the kitchen window. Its surface drinks the pale gold light, casting a shadow that trembles when the kettle sighs. Around it, nothing competes, only a shallow ceramic saucer of rainwater where a fallen camellia floats, edges already browning. This is not emptiness, it is reverence. The stone's cool weight anchors hurried mornings, reminding fingertips that trace its fissures that strength can be quiet, that beauty often hides in what endures. When the day spills coffee or heartbreak across the counter, the stone remains unchanged, unapologetic. Evenings find the same light reversed, sliding off the rock in bruised lavender, and the room feels held, as though the walls themselves have learned to breathe more slowly. One imperfect object teaches an entire home how to listen. Step lightly. The hallway floor has begun to dream. Between wide oak planks, cushions of emerald moss have seated themselves, fed by the drip of a nearby fern and the hush of indirect light. No one planted them. Life simply chose the cracks. Their velvet scent rises when bare feet pass, a cool exhalation that cools tempers and tempers haste. Sunlight, filtered through rice paper blinds, paints moving constellations across the green. Children pause mid-chase to crouch and watch a beetle navigate the miniature valley. Adults find excuses to linger, palms brushing the living carpet. The moss asks for no pruning, no perfection, only the grace to let it be. In return, it softens footsteps and softens hearts, turning a passage between rooms into a pilgrimage. At dusk, the green darkens to jade, and the house feels older, wiser, as though it remembers forests it never knew. On a narrow shelf above the reading chair, 3 cracked teacups, remnants of different grandmothers, sit in descending size. Rainwater collected from the roof trickles through a hidden bamboo spout, filling the largest, overflowing into the middle, then the smallest, before spilling into a shallow, iron tray of pebbles. The sound is barely a murmur, yet it drowns the city outside. Light catches each droplet mid-fall, scattering prisms across the pages of an open book. The cups bear their fractures proudly, glaze crazing maps rivers no atlas records. Sitting here, spine against worn linen, one learns that broken things can still hold water, still give life. The gentle percussion sinks with pulse until thought loosens its grip. When night presses against the window, a single beeswax candle turns the cascade into liquid gold, and the room becomes a shrine to small continuities. In the corner of the bedroom, a gnarled piece of driftwood, bleached by salt and sun, leans like a weary traveler against the wall. No nails, no varnish. Only its own balance keeps it upright. At its base, a single pothose trails languidly, roots drinking from a chipped saucer. Morning light, slanting low, ignites the wood's silver grain, turning scars into calligraphy. The plant's heart-shaped leaves quiver with each breath of the ceiling fan, casting shadows that dance across the duvet like fish in shallow water. Here, sleep arrives unhurried. The wood's irregular silhouette reminds the waking mind that rest is not symmetry. When insomnia visits, fingers trace the hollows where barnacles once clung, and the salt ghost scent lulls worry into silence. Dawn finds the same tableau unchanged, proof that some beauties need only time to reveal themselves. A small casement window, its paint flaking like old skin, opens onto nothing but sky and the neighbor's unpruned maple. Inside, the sill holds a single shallow bowl of sand raked into gentle waves. Each morning, a different hand draws a new pattern, sometimes concentric ripples, sometimes a single wandering line. The sand drinks the shifting light, pearl at sunrise, butter at noon, ash at twilight. Beyond the glass, leaves turn without permission, drop without apology. The bowl and the tree converse in silence, teaching the room that impermanence can be beautiful. When anxiety knots the chest, sitting here with palms on knees, watching clouds rewrite the sky, unties it thread by thread. The window forgets seasons. The sand forgets footprints. The heart learns to do the same. Suspended from a ceiling beam by rough jute, a paper lantern, handmade, slightly lopsided, glows with the flame of a single beeswax stub. Beneath it, a low teak table bears only a smooth river stone and a sprig of dried lavender. The light trembles, painting the walls with soft ellipses that expand and contract like lungs. Evening settles. The lantern's imperfections, creases, faint tea stains, become constellations. Sitting cross-legged on the tatami, one matches breath to flicker, and the day's clamor recedes. The stone cools the palm. The lavender releases its ghost of summer. Outside, traffic murmurs. Inside, only the gentle pop of wax. When the flame gutters, darkness is not absence, but continuation, proof that light, like memory, leaves warmth behind. A floating shelf of reclaimed pine, its edges softened by decades of weather, holds 3 glass jars. One contains rainwater gathered during the last storm. Another, a single oak leaf suspended mid-curl. The third, empty. Diffuse northern light turns the water into liquid crystal, the leaf into amber. Dust motes drift through the beams like slow constellations. The empty jar waits, patient, unashamed. Standing here, coffee cooling in hand, one feels the weight of small rituals. The walk to the roof with a bowl, the quiet labeling of dates on masking tape. The shelf does not demand fullness. It celebrates partial stories. When guests trace the waterline with a fingertip, conversation softens, as though the jars hold not objects but pauses. At golden hour, the glass ignites. and the room briefly becomes an aquarium of memory. Against the stark white wall of the entryway, 3 bamboo stalks rise from a cracked ceramic pot filled with polished black stones. Their leaves, irregular and sparse, defy symmetry. A sliver of afternoon sun slices through the male slot, striping the stalks in zebra light. The pot leans, barely, held by the tension of its own roots. Shoes are kicked off, the cool stones greet socks. The bamboo sways when the door closes, a quiet applause for every homecoming. Its imperfections, knots, pale scars, mirror the scuffs on the floorboards, creating kinship between plant and place. Night falls. A wall sconce bathes the stalks in amber, and the entry feels less like threshold and more like exhale. Here, the day's armor is unbuckled, one crooked leaf at a time. Tucked beside the bookshelf, a corner receives light only at dusk. There, a low stool of weathered teak supports a shallow iron bowl filled with smooth gray pebbles and a single white feather. The wall behind bears faint water stains, ghosts of an old leak, now embraced as abstract art. As the sun dips, shadows lengthen, pooling in the bowl like ink. Sitting here, knees drawn up, one watches the feather tremble with each breath. The stains shift from blemish to landscape, mountains rising in negative space. Silence thickens, rich as broth. The corner asks nothing, no color, no polish, only presence. When night fully claims the room, the feather glows faintly, a small moon in miniature. Imperfection, held gently, becomes a lantern of its own. Across the living room rug, a wandering line of river pebbles, some round, some chipped, leads from sofa to window and stops. No destination, only suggestion. Bare feet find the cool shapes. Toes curl around edges worn by unseen tides. Midday light turns the stones into scattered moons. Children invent stories of journeys. Adults trace the path with eyes closed, rediscovering the room's geography. The pebbles shift slightly with each passing, never the same twice, teaching that maps are temporary. At twilight, the path glows faintly, reflecting the last sky. Sitting at its end, back against the sill, one feels the house expand inward, a quiet infinity measured in small, imperfect steps. In the smallest room, once a closet, a skylight spills moonlight onto a miniature landscape, a shard of mirror for a pond, tufts of moss for forests, a single bonsai pine no taller than a teacup. The door stays ajar. Hallway warmth keeps frost at bay. Nighttime visitors, unable to sleep, sit on the threshold, palms on knees, watching clouds cross the glass ceiling. The mirror doubles the sky, creating depth where none exists. The pine's needles cast delicate shadows that sway with unseen winds. Here, scale collapses. The universe fits in 7 square feet. Imperfections abound. The mirror's hairline crack, the moss's uneven spread, yet the scene feels complete. Breathing syncs with the slow pulse of starlight. When dawn pinks the skylight, the tiny world wakes first, reminding the sleeper that dreams, too, can root in humble soil. That's all for today. Take a moment to breathe, to feel at home, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more peaceful inspirations for Soulivin.